When I first moved into my house, this is what the front entryway looked like. Since then, however, I had Lowe's come out and install new carpeting in the house, including on these stairs. I also painted the walls and built a new railing with oak handrails and wrought iron spindles. The tile in this photo has also been removed and replaced with laminate flooring. That will be a future video, though. The first part of this project started with removing the old carpet on the stairs. Once the carpet was removed, it was time to get rid of the padding. I went back with a scraper, which is actually an ice scraper, and used it to slide underneath the padding. This helped to remove more staples than just by pulling it out by hand. There were still a lot of staples left behind, however, and each one had to be pulled to make a nice smooth surface. Afterwards, I swept up all the debris and then vacuumed the stairs to make them nice and clean, at least for now. The next step was to mark and remove the nose off of each stair. I used a circular saw to make each cut. At first, I wasn't too keen on using the circular saw because of the potential kickback, but the first few steps I used a sawzall. It took a lot longer, so I switched to the circular saw. I used the sawzall to cut in the middle of the nosing. This allowed me to snap off each end. This made the back of the stair nice and flush for the new riser. The white boards on the side of the stairs were not looking too great, so I decided to go back with some white paint and make them nice and bright. I wanted to do this painting before I put the steps in because it would be a lot easier. I didn't have to worry about getting paint on anything because I knew the base part of the stairs would be covered up. By this time I was getting closer to installing the actual treads and risers, which is the rewarding part of this project. But first I had to install some screws into the stairs to make them stop creaking when you walk on them. Finally, it was time to start measuring for all the treads and risers. The stair measuring tool made the whole project a lot easier. Unfortunately, you can't see the whole thing here, but basically it has 4 knobs that you can tighten and loosen, and there are paddles on each end. You just stretch the tool out to fit the exact shape, tighten all the knobs, and that will lock it in place. You can then trace this shape onto your tread or riser to make it for easy cutting. This was my first project using a table saw. I should have been using a push stick here, so don't be like me. The treads were marked the same way as the risers by using the stair measuring tool, and then cut the treads with the miter saw. Each tread was cut to the correct depth by using the table saw. All the treads and risers were checked for proper fitness prior to installation. Once they were cut to the right size, I applied construction adhesive to the back and pushed them into place. A few brad nails help to hold the tread in place while the construction adhesive dries, and these brad nails won't show because the riser that's going to be installed next will cover them up. I put brad nails in the top of each riser as well, and those are covered up by the next tread. After repeating the process over and over and over again, it was finally starting to look like a finished product. Once I got to the landing, things changed a bit. The treads didn't apply here because they wouldn't take up the entire landing, so instead I put in traditional laminate flooring. This included a vapor barrier underneath. With the landing completed, I could start on the rest of the stairs. And at long last, it was finally complete. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. I have other projects in store and want to make videos for those as well. Thank you for watching.